Loneliness is the only secret human emotion. It's a beautiful and tragic epidemic to which no one is immune. We can get angry with one another. We can fall in love with one another. We can strike fear at each other. We can cry for each other. We can laugh together. But even in a room of thousands, we can only feel isolation by ourselves. Loneliness is like a death of the soul, mourning the loss of another, of one who was there, of paths not chosen, of futures unrealized, of silent dreams trampled by life. Loneliness, in this way, is its own kind of grief. The nature of this feeling is so secret. There are many times it's easier to deny that it's even there. So we look for ways to avoid confronting it, diving headfirst into an endless array of content and distractions, flipping through the channels one after the other, click, click, click.
Hello, my name is Mac McGillicuddy, and I'm a salesman by trade. I'm the best used salesman in town. Only thing is, the product that I sell is all new. So, I guess that makes me the best salesman. I'm not used. Well, maybe a bit used, if you know what I mean, with the ladies. I kid. It's all new product. Yes, sir. I'll send over 20 million units out this afternoon, Tom. Not a problem. I'll see you later, champ. And that's how I close deals. If somebody runs the line. This is the absolute best. I guarantee it. No warranty needed. I mean, who's bringing this stuff back? It's the best on the market. What is it? I don't know. It's definitely not a pyramid scheme, if you know what I mean. Why don't you take a seat, Mr. Questions? Asking all your questions, Mr. Questions? Why don't you just sit down and take a seat, all right? Why don't you relax? You have to know when the sale feels right. I mean, sometimes I know someone's not going to buy anything before I even get on the phone with them, let alone tell them that I'm selling something. It's about instinct. I get it from my mother. But selling's not the reason why I got into this business. I got into this business for one reason. The people. I figure someday I'll meet some. Until then, I just grind away and I get paid.
Even in a world full of distractions, there's no escape from the loneliness. But that doesn't stop us from trying. We escape our problems in other ways, assuming it would have no way to find us, even thousands of miles from home.
Have you ever stayed in a hotel in your hometown? It's kind of like that. It's like you are right there and a million miles away, and I just felt so helpless. Now, I don't really care for children, but imagine if one of the neighborhood kids had found him. It really messed Danny up. No, it fucked him up. And it's like, here I am complaining about the fact that they found a dead body in my backyard, as if it isn't everyone's backyard. You know, I don't get to lay a little more claim just because he was a little bit closer to my porch than everyone else's. You know, we used to play airsoft back there when we were kids. And it was like, even in the dark, you knew you weren't going to lose anybody. Be wedged in between a garbage can and someone's garage, and still everyone was right there. And then you move to the city, and you can't depend on anyone, or maybe that's just me. Maybe it's like one of those novels where you're remembering all the good times, but like, were they ever really that good? You know, my dad used to say, if you start getting answers to the questions that you ask yourself, you better check yourself in. Maybe that's what happened to Chuck. Maybe you got answers to some of the questions he was asking, and he didn't like them very much. You know, I don't really care for children, but I hate when they lose their parents. You know, there was this guy I knew who just dropped dead of a heart attack at work. Then there was this whole thing with his wife where she thought that daddy's ghost was inside their son, and who would be afraid of the little boy? But, you know, I knew this other guy who just, instead of taking a walk in the woods like Chalk, just walked out his front door and overpass. Actually, I think his parents were doctors too. Doctors have so much tragedy in their lives. And it's like they're not allowed to be mad. Meanwhile, I am so mad that I don't get to be mad. And they're over here just, and it's like I would be absolutely livid. But maybe that's what I could never be a doctor. I mean, I don't love children, but that's just part of it.
Our short-sightedness doesn't just make us deny our own loneliness. The nature of the disease of isolation is to pass it from one person to another, and then to ignore the signs that we may be suffering from the same affliction at all.
To our boss. Yeah, our boss. So I might get in trouble because Marcy can't be bothered to do Marcy's fucking job. God, dude, it's just not fair. You know, I work 16-hour days. I have hours of commute time every week for no pay. Overtime's a joke. God, no one puts in the work I do. I wish I could tell you in a way that you'd understand. Well, I'm sorry, okay? I'm getting wings if you want any. People just don't get it.
Every time we deny loneliness in ourselves or in one another, we create a small prick of pain that acts like a nudge in still water, driving each other away. It's stirring up turmoil beneath the surface.
Hey, what's up, y'all? What's up? Chill out. Quit all the talking now. I'm here. Ooh, what is up, white people? Man, it's a pleasure to be here. I've been away for a little bit. You know, my mom, she's been in the hospital, so I've been, handling that real grown-up stuff. And, since her first surgery, we tried to get her some food from her favorite restaurant. She couldn't really stomach it. That's a little disappointing. So, the second time around, we got her some cake. Who don't like cake? We got her some chocolate cake. And turned out that was a bad idea, too. She got it everywhere. She got it all down her face, all down her gown. It looked really messy, like somebody just shit it in her mouth. Just all in her mouth, just all in there. But she looked happy, though, surprisingly, on some weird stuff. She looked really happy. And, happiness don't really come around a lot for me these days, so if my mom's happy, then I'm happy. And if that's happiness, then you can shit in my mouth, too, for real. Like, that cake look like it would at least taste good, at least. And then with her second hip surgery, it was different. This time was a little more scary for the family, more exciting for these type of moments. She had a heart attack, and it was different. Like, you ever hear the beeping sound go crazy in the hospital room? It sounds funny, but the shit not funny when you really there. Come to find out, she's having a heart attack. It was It was different. It was very scary for me and my family, my little sisters and stuff. It was really weird. You know, the hospital started treating us like we were the best of the best there. They cared for us a lot. Like they were trying to cover their ass. Like they didn't want us to sue or some shit. They even moved us. Like we moved from this floor to the 3rd floor. And when you look outside, you see waterfalls. We was on the waterfront. Like I didn't even know this hospital had a waterfront. Like obviously I was coming through the wrong doors. All I know is when they started treating you good in the hospital, you're probably about to die. So the shit just felt weird. So, but for me, it was like, you know, my mom almost died, but that malpractice money that I would have got from suing their ass would have kind of been lit too. That, you know, money would have made me happy a little bit. You know, I feel like it's okay. Let's talk about old people versus dying people. It's a big difference in regular old people. So the same thing is they both old and kinda, and they look wrinkled. But the difference is dying people, they seem to care like about real stuff. Like they ask you stuff about how you doing and how are you feeling, you know, because, you know, they could die at any moment. So, you know, they closer to God. They got that type of epiphany going on. They seem to be grounded in the now versus, you know, older people are kind of just talkative. You know, if they not asleep, they talking. And they be talking about a lot of shit that don't fucking matter. Don't make sense. Journal it. I feel like they should journal it. They want us to listen to it. Yeah, I'm a millennial. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. My life is rough right now. They should have wrote that shit in their diary, but now they want you to hear that shit about the 20s and the 30s. I don't care about none of that stuff. That was so long ago, but nonetheless, you know, I feel like everybody a piece of shit. Like I'm a piece of shit. Y'all a piece of shits. We all nothing but terrible memories. We all live in the past anyway. And our memories are shitty and these experiences are shitty, but you know, money is money, happiness is happiness. You gotta get it when you can. You know, I appreciate y'all, you know, talking, you know, while I was talking this shit. Wouldn't shut up, I appreciate it. Thank you for giving me the time to really come out here and express myself. It was needed, I appreciate it. My name is Tony, y'all take care, have a good day.
The anger can come up at the worst times when we're trying to perform our best, to do our jobs, go about our usual lives. And other times it can be confusing and unfocused and spill from interaction to interaction.
Hi. Hey, Nana, how's it going? Hey, Jules, sup? Yeah, I'm having a rough day. I'm calling, went to call my grandma, and she's just like, no money for you. I was just calling to say hi. I don't know why you just jumped to that. Oh, I'm okay. I, just, you know, groceries are scarce, but you know, I mean, it's the only way I can really diet, right, Graham? And then it turns into a conversation about how she wants to be burned instead of she thinks it's cheaper if we burn her. And I'm like, I don't want to talk about the way, your funeral right now. You're gonna live past us all, Nana. You're not gonna die. No, you drink a lot of milk. Yeah. Grandma wants a freaking Viking funeral. She doesn't even live by the coast and she wants to be sent out to sea. Grandma, you're in the Midwest. What am I gonna do? I can't make that happen. So Tiff calls me and she's just want to meet me up at 6 different places that all cost money. I'll just make a trip to Chase and get out some money. I'm literally just gonna in The Sims, just whoosh, and I'm gonna be there. Get some booch, you know? And it's Tiff, we're all not at your pace, girlfriend. She literally turned about 6 heads, just the way she walks. She walks like she's on a runway. And then, of course, when I was talking to Jules, I don't remember the last time I didn't talk to her when she was drunk. We met at a bookstore in New York a couple years ago. She was wasted. But, she plays it funny. I'm like, you need help. She's like, you need help. And I'm like, yeah, I know. But you're getting a little unfunctional with the alcohol. So you're great. Calm down. All right. Take a breath. Okay, it was a joke. You know, I'm trying some bits on you. And it's so funny that she's an engineer because she's drunk all the time. So yeah, her designs and everything are on fucking edge. And the thing is her building, they think that she's so riveting, but she's just so drunk she can't draw like a straight line. And they think everything that she makes is so unique and so new. So she gets paid so much money. It's like, of course your life is perfect. You could literally run a red light and you could save a life. Babbage. Shit.
But what happens when we leave it brewing for a long time, so long, in isolation and resentment and denial and anger, that there's no longer a chance for reconciliation?
I don't know about all of you, but I'm a bit relieved. Well, Dad was a character, and some of you probably remember him as the best banjo player north of Tennessee, or as a card player one stop shy of criminal. But he took care of me and my brother and sister the best that he could. I mean, construction isn't an easy job on the body, so I guess we're just lucky he lasted this long. Oh, you know, some of you have probably noticed that my family isn't here. Joey had soccer and his mom drove him to the airport, or to the airport in Columbus so they could get to the tournament, but they send their thoughts and prayers. And I mean, I'm here, I guess. Yeah, I'm here now. You know, my dad, he was a good man. I mean, that's what you say, right? But I think we all know that he wasn't always a good man. I mean, he drank like a fish. I don't know, maybe I just took it too personally. Because in the end, and even though I held that against him, he still called me every Sunday just to tell me he loved me after he woke up from his nap. He took the time to say goodbye, but I guess I have to do mine now. That bastard. He was probably waiting on me to say anything, and I just waited too long. I held on to what amounted to little more than some petty back and forth angry talk. He forgave me for being his son, but I never forgave him for being my dad.
We go on to fear this future, the future where we've always been what we feel we are, alone. And it creates a spiral of thinking where there are no good choices, and we're left seeking the other, poorer alternatives. Not just what if it will always be this way, but what if we deserve to feel this way?
Hey, Mom. Yeah, I'm packing up the last of it now. Dad went to go pull the car around. Yeah, she seems to be doing better. I don't think she really wanted to talk about it much, though, you know? I mean, what are you supposed to say? Look, Mom, Uncle Kevin isn't doing that well either. I think I might be gone for a little while. I don't understand. You're all nice people, and then you get sick, or old, or both. I mean, look at you and Dad. You guys haven't exactly had the best of luck on the health front either. I don't know. What are you saying? Dad's in the hospital? Why? Do I need to come home? He's already out. God, Mom, are you kidding me? You know, I really hope you didn't tell me that just to guilt me. Yeah, well, when it rains, it pours. Mom. I need you to listen, okay? I spend every day out trying to help everyone and make sure everyone's taken care of. No, Mom, I'm not trying to brag. What I'm trying to say is that there's no shame in asking for help if you need it too. Okay, I think that's what I would do. Mom, do you think that I'm gonna end up this way? Health problems, they've plagued our family my entire life. It's like you always say, we have old souls and the old bones to match. I don't know, is this what we get for trying to help each other? Am I gonna get sick one day because I'm trying to help all of you get better? I mean, is it a cycle, or am I just giving my life away until there's nothing left? I've moved from places, I've given up my dreams. I just don't want to drown in my own charity. It's like there's a vacuum. And I'm giving my time and lending my help to people that I love, but at the end of the day, there's a hole. And I am scared of what is being sucked back inside. I mean, is it just selfishness? Is it me waiting for my turn and my break and praying for just a little bit of pity from someone to help me get me through the rest of the day? Yeah, well, I hope it turns into something else. Look, Mom, Aunt Deb is back and I've got a lot of packing still. Yeah, I'll tell her. Yeah, bye.
The questions don't fall off. And as life presents us with further challenges, our shared loneliness can break down our relationships, our pasts, our hopes, our futures.
Hello, hi. Welcome. Let me show you around. Now this is what I picture my dream house would look like. You guys better make a move on this one pretty quick, or maybe I'll make an offer. Oh, don't you just love how the kitchen goes right into the dining room here? You know, that is going to be great for family, for entertaining, having family over, or just you and the kids, if you're planning on having kids. And look at these cabinets, lots of cabinet space, tons of cabinet space. You got Mom's china, you can go right in here. I think you could put a whole set of cast iron skillets in here. So, I actually got a cast iron skillet for my 4th wedding anniversary. And it turns out those things are kind of hard. Like, you have to season it, and then you can't just wash it any old way. Actually they're kind of easy to ruin. It's like anything else. You gotta take care of those details. Anywho, let's take a look at the backyard. Wow. There's plenty of room for kids to play back here, huh? I mean, plenty of room. Hey, I think you could put a tire swing right Right over there. Right over in there. And that, where those rocks are, I'd put a fire pit in there. Make s'mores, roast some marshmallows, spending family time, it's so important, right? You know, just could slip away so fast. Hey, let's look at the master bedroom. Lots of space. Lots and lots of space. If that's what you're looking for.
As the loneliness turns inward and eats away at our confidence, our self-esteem, we feel this emptiness and reach out to one another. But the world can be cruel, and we can't guarantee that the people we look to aren't touched by the same isolating insecurities that afflict us.
God, I just can't believe you're getting married tomorrow. I mean, you're really not that much older than me, right? Or do I just feel like really young right now? Your dad, he wants me to settle down soon. He wants to make an honest man out of me. I mean, is that what it would take? Just settling down? He thinks if I become a man, I just stop making mistakes. But that's literally what men do their entire life, constantly making mistakes. He did. I'm 22 years old and I haven't done anything with my life. I'm 3.5 years into a degree I don't even want. I'm changing again, by the way. Look at you, you know? You're in love. I would love to be in love. I'd love to even just be loved. I mean, I would love to know what it's like to make love. I'm 22 years old. 22 years I've been on this planet. And I'm a virgin. I mean, I know you know that, but it's like we've never really talked about it, so. That feels like one of those things that people just look at me and they know. That's why I try so hard to hide it, you know? It's like, I think it's working. Is that what it takes? I mean, that can't be what it is, right? Because I'm a man. That word feels gross. Man. You know, it's like, it feels like I can't claim it, you know? And, you know, I've got all the other ones. Buddy, pal, bro, dude. But man, like, you know, I can't take ownership over it yet. Like, there's not a word for how I feel. And it just feels like I'm just a collection of, you know, empty promises and wishes that I wish I could just turn all of them in for one moment of confidence or wit or whatever it takes to get me into the club. But look at you. You've got the ring. People just have to look at that. And they know exactly who and what you are. Anything? Can we just sit here for a minute?
Or what happens on the other side of this interaction when, in our loneliness, somebody reaches out towards us for help, not knowing what effect isolation may have had on us, how far that may have pushed us away to the point that we're unreachable.
Right now, I live at 4217 Parkview. I need help. My boyfriend, he's at the door. Please tell them to hurry. Oh my god, he's gonna break the lock. How far are the police? Hello? Please tell them to hurry. God, I didn't mean for this to happen. I didn't do anything. I didn't think. I need the police right.
As people turn their backs on each other, and we turn inward on the loneliness we feel ourselves in secret, driving those feelings deeper and deeper into ourselves, we're faced with choices: to press forward or to give up altogether.
I never know what to say. To be honest, I don't exactly know why I'm here. Not that I don't have reasons to be here, it's just I'm not sure which reason for. I guess I'll just start with one. I'm working my beat, and I get a call about a jumper. He's on that bridge just over the highway, a couple miles north of here. And I'm thinking drunk businessman or loony college girl, because I didn't know any better. Well, not then. Maybe not now. But it's just some kid. And this kid, he's got this wispy blonde hair and he's just so skinny. I'm worried the wind is gonna knock him right off the bridge. And I said to him, "What's your name, son? I can help you. If you need it, just tell me your name and we can talk." No response. Everybody has a name. I tell him, "I bet your parents gave you a great name. I bet your friends have a nickname they call you." And he shot me this look. And I knew I'd stepped in it. This kid probably doesn't have many friends. And he's probably called plenty of names, just not nice ones. Everybody sucks. I get it. And I'm really trying to hear him. But this kid is just not having it with me. But in that moment, I was positive that if I could just get him to tell me his name, it would be okay. It means he matters. His name makes him real. And I'm scared out of my mind up there. Nowhere near as scared as he is, I'm sure, but I just needed him to tell me his name because it makes him permanent. And maybe if he has a name and he exists, I can help him and he won't slip through my fingers like my... I say my son's name every chance I get. I gave him a good name. I never got the chance to call him by it, though. My wife had a miscarriage. But I say my son's name every night like a little prayer. Just because I didn't get to know him doesn't mean it doesn't still hurt. It doesn't make it any easier to move on. Just because I never got to know him. It doesn't mean he didn't matter to me. It's my way of letting him know he is loved. Even when he's not around. Even though he can't hear it, he is loved. He is not forgotten.
His name... His name... His name is...
There comes a point when we feel we've tried it all and that no one is coming to help, that we cannot help ourselves, and loneliness buries itself in so deep and hides its face so well that no one may even know how far gone we truly are. So what then is our obligation to each other to prevent further harm and stop the spread of loneliness? To begin to heal ourselves and each other? If we cannot truly walk a mile in each other's shoes, what more is there to do than listen? As we listen, the patterns make themselves known. How we deny and hide our suffering, how we press it upon someone else and call them other to make them lonely by nature. So then, there's a new choice. To keep holding our loneliness as the whole of our identity, or to call it something new, independence, freedom.
Your daddy always loved to lick the spoon while I was baking. He never realized you could get sick from eating too much raw cookie dough. Tried to say, I tried to poison him one time. I've been waiting on him for so long. And what I've been waiting on, I couldn't even tell you. When I first met him, I thought he was hot stuff. I loved him. When we went on our first date, he took me driving. There's not a little girl in the world who dreams of a man taking her driving. I mean, that sort of thing is just not as romantic as it sounds. I thought maybe he was gonna take me to like Red Lobster, Applebee's, and get appetizers because that's about all he could afford back then. But no, he just kept driving. He drove me right out in the middle of nowhere. Countryside, past cows and sheep and all that, until the sun was just about to go down. We got out of the car and stood in the middle of the road, watched the sunset in front of us. We watched the whole thing in complete and total silence. I kept waiting for him to say something, but he just sat in silence until the sun was completely out of sight. I was in love. I was so stupidly and madly in love. Waiting for him to say those words. I just kept waiting and waiting and waiting for him to say anything else. And now we're here. I'm so sick of waiting. I wait for him to come home every night. I wait for him to provide for us every single day. I wait for him to tell me what he thinks of me. Waiting for his approval, waiting for him hand and foot. Waiting for any type of love to come my way. All the love in the world that I need is waiting right here.
It's by divine mandate that we come into this world alone. One by one by one by one. But it is our choice as to whether or not we go out that way.